Hello students. So today we will discuss our exercise 1.6. Before entering into the exercise, before that we have to learn two things very carefully because to solve the word problems of set theory, you need to know two important results regarding those facts. Okay. So let me discuss about these two results. Once you know these two results, then you can easily solve this type of word problems of set theory. Okay. So one result is there. First result, one result is there. The number of elements of the set A union B is equals to number of elements of the set A plus number of elements of the set B if A intersection B equals to 5. Okay, this is your first result. Your second result is number of elements of A union B equals number of elements of the set A plus number of elements of the set B minus number of elements of the set A intersection B if A intersection B is non-empty. Right? Then next result is number of elements of the set A union B union C equals to number of elements of the set A plus number of elements of the set B plus number of elements of the set C minus number of elements of the set A intersection B minus number of elements of the set B intersection C minus number of elements of the set C intersection A plus number of elements of the set A intersection B intersection C. Okay. So these three results are very important by which you can solve this type of word problems of set theory very clearly, very easy way. Okay. So let me discuss how these results has come into the picture. Okay. That means derivation of those. So we can easily derive those results by using Venn diagram. Okay. So I will discuss result number 2 and result number 1 is just the corollary of result, isn't it? Because if intersection of these two set equals to empty, the number of elements of this set equals to 0, right? So if this is happen here, then this quantity becomes 0, and from this we get this result. So this result is nothing but comes from that result imposing this condition. Okay? And this result is generalized form of this result. If once you have understood how to derive this result, you can easily derive this result by using the same concept for three sets A, B and C. Okay? So let me discuss how to derive this one. So before that, pause the video and note it down. So let us solve the result. So our result will be what? Number of A union B equals to number of elements of the set A plus number of elements of the set B minus number of elements of the set A intersection B. Okay. Now here we require two sets. So let us take two sets. Set 1 and this is our set B. And this is our universal set which is always denoted by this rectangle. So this is our set A and this is our set B. Okay. So you see the whole area gives you the union of two sets, right? So this area will give you A intersection B, right? And this area will give you A difference B, and this area will give you B difference A. As you have taken, this is your set A, this is your set B, and this whole is your universal set, which is always denoted by capital A. Okay. So this is your set A, this is your set B. So this particular region, this region, that means this region gives you A difference B. This region gives you B difference A, and this common region always gives you A intersection, right? And the whole region, if you take the whole region, then the whole region gives you A union B. So definitely I can write from diagram number of elements of A union B is equals to what? First of all this, because this set, these three sets are distinct sets, right? This one is distinct with this and this one is distinct with this. So this equals to number of elements of this region plus number of elements of that region plus number of elements of this region. So number of elements of the set A difference B plus number of elements of the set A intersection B plus number of elements of the set B difference A. Right? Now what will I do? Number of elements of the set A intersection B plus number of elements of the set A intersection B plus number of elements of the set B difference A plus number of elements of the set A intersection B minus number of elements of the set A intersection B. Right? Because number of elements of this set is nothing but a real number. So in any mathematical equation, I can add and subtract simultaneously the same quantity. Isn't it? So it is one real number. So I can add same real number and I can subtract same real number at a time in any mathematical equation. Right? So this much I can do here. Now you see, this together gives you one. Number of elements of that part plus number of elements of that part gives you number of elements of this entire set. That means this part gives you what? Number of elements of the set A. Right? Then you see, this part with this part gives you what? This part with this part. That means number of elements of that region plus number of elements of that region gives you number of elements of the set B. Right? So this is your number of elements of the set B and this minus this quantity is there. So number of elements of the set A intersection B. So number of elements of the set A union B equals to number of elements of the set A plus number of elements of the set B minus number of elements of the set A intersection. Okay? So this is very important result and we have done this result for 2 sets and for 3 sets also. You can try yourself to get such results by using Venn diagram. By taking 3 results, 3 sets A, B and C. Okay? And by using the same concept, you can definitely generalize this result that we have already written on the book. Okay? So by using this fact, let us solve this one. Okay? So before that, pause the video to note it down. So this is the first problem of your exercise 1.6. So let us solve the problem. You see, you are given 2 sets X and Y. You are given number of elements of the set X. You are given number of elements of the set Y, and you are given number of elements of X union Y. Right? Your job is to find number of elements of X intersection Y. So it is this very easy problem. You just write, we have for 2 sets X and Y. What do we have? Number of elements of the set X union Y equals number of elements of the set X plus number of elements of the set Y minus number of elements of the set X intersection Y. So this is what? This is 38. This is what? This is 17. This is what? 23. And you have to find this value. So number of elements of the set X intersection Y. Now you can bring this quantity here. Number of elements of the set X intersection Y, because we can add them 20 plus 10, 30, 40. So it is 40 and you can bring this quantity this side with negative sign. So this is nothing but 2. So your result is 2. Okay? So it's very easy problem. If you know this one, then you can easily solve this type of problem just by putting those values in the proper place. Okay? So let us solve the next problem. So before that, pause the video, note it down. So let us solve homework for you, because problem number 2 is same as problem number 1. Okay, all the data are given to you. You just put the data in a proper place, you can find the answer. Now this is number third question of your exercise 1.6, and let's see what the question is. In a group of 400 people, 250 can speak Hindi and 200 can speak English. How many people can speak both Hindi and English? Okay. So first of all, to solve this type of problem, first of all you have to define the sets, right? So first of all you need to know how many sets are required to solve this problem. Okay. So in this case you need two sets, because in one category, because in a group of people, in one category can speak Hindi and in other category can speak English, right? So two categories are there. So you need two type of sets to solve this problem, right? So first of all you should define those sets. Okay. So how to define? You see, as it is Hindi, so you can use capital H. Let H be the set of all people who can speak Hindi, right? And in case of English, you can use capital E, be the set of all people who can speak English, right? And I recommend you please use those symbols so that confusion will not arise to solve those problems. Okay? Because in the H means Hindi, E means English, so some relations are there. Okay? So now given, what is given to us? This 250 can speak Hindi. That means number of elements of the set H is 250, and this 200 can speak English. That means number of elements of the set E equals to 200, and this 400 is nothing but union, right? In the entire group, some people can speak English, some people can speak Hindi, and some people can speak both Hindi and English. And this is what I have to find out, that how many people are there among those 400 people who can speak both Hindi and English, right? So this is nothing but your union is given to you. So number of elements of this set H union E is what? 400, and your job is to find H intersection E, right? So this is again easy. This is nothing but formula based problem, right? So use this formula. You just write, we know number of elements of the set H union E equals number of elements of the set H plus number of elements of the set E minus number of elements of the set H intersection E. Now you just put the values. This value is 400, this value is 250, this value is 200, and this is what we are interested to find the value. Now you can bring this in this side, H intersection E. Then this is 250 plus 200 is 450, and you can bring this to this side with negative sign. Your answer will be 50. That means out of 400 people, 50 people are there who can speak both Hindi as well as English. Okay? So let us see the next problem. So before that, pause the video, note it down. So the problems number 4 and 5 are homework for you. These problems are very easy. Okay? So let us see the problem number 6. In a group of 70 people, 37 like coffee, 52 like tea, and each person likes at least one of the two drinks. How many people like both coffee and tea? Okay? So you have given 70 people, and what is the meaning of this line? You have to understand this, that each person likes at least one of these two drinks, right? So this line has very important meaning of this type of problem, because here 70 people we don't know whether this 70 is the union of these two sets or it is the number of elements of your universal set. Very carefully you see this, यहाँ पे मतलब ये जो लाइन है, इस लाइन से आपको ये पता चल रहा है कि जो यहाँ पे 70 people परसेंट दिया हुआ है वो आपको क्या दिया हुआ है, क्योंकि यहाँ इसी लाइन से आपको यही पता होना चाहिए कि आउट ऑफ दो 70% मतलब किसी एक भी पर्सन ऐसा नहीं है कि उसको टी भी नहीं चाहिए, कॉफी भी नहीं चाहिए, मतलब each and every person of this group must have, that means must like at least one of the two drinks, right? So this is nothing but the union of these two groups, right? So it is same as earlier problem that we have already done. First of all, you have to rename the sets. So how to rename? Let C be the set. Let C be the set of all persons who like coffee, right? T be the set of all persons who like tea. Now given is what? Given the 70 is union, so T union C is your 70. This 37 is number of C is 37, and this 52 is number of element of this set T is 52, and you have to find how many persons like both tea and coffee. That means your job is to find number of elements of the set T intersection C. So it is same as earlier one. Again we have number of elements of the set T union C equals number of elements of the set C plus number of elements of the set T minus number of elements of the set T intersection C. Then you just put the value. This is 70, this is your 37, and this is your 52, and this is what you have to find the value. Now you can bring this to that side. T intersection C. So this is 50, 80, 87, 89, right? 89 minus 70. So this is nothing but your 90. That means 19 persons are there who like both tea and coffee. Okay? So let us see the next problem. So before that, pause the video, note it down. So this is your problem number 7. So the problem is, in a group of 65 people, 40 like cricket, 10 like both cricket and tennis. How many like tennis only and not cricket? This is very important. ध्यान से देखो कि मुझे क्रिकेट अच्छा लगता है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि मुझे टेनिस अच्छा नहीं लगता, राइट? ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि मैं इंग्लिश बोलता हूँ, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि मुझे बंगाली पता ही नहीं है, राइट? तो ध्यान से देखना कि आपको इस यहाँ पे क्या करना है. You have to find the number of persons who like tennis only but not cricket. मतलब they don't like cricket. That means they have never seen cricket. They just hate cricket. Okay? So these type of problems are very easy to solve by using Venn diagram. You see, two types of sets are there. This is your universal set, and suppose let me define the set tennis and cricket, right? So let T be the set of all persons who like tennis, right? And C be the set of all persons who like cricket, right? So in a group of 65 people, that means what? This is number of T union C equals to 65. So 40 like cricket, that means number of element of the set C is 40. यहाँ पे ये देखो 40 like cricket, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि यहाँ पे ऐसा भी लोग हैं जिसको टेनिस बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं है, they like cricket fine, but they also like tennis. They may like tennis also, right? मतलब ऐसा है कि मुझे बंगाली मूवी बहुत अच्छा लगता है, सॉरी ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि मुझे इंग्लिश मूवी बहुत अच्छा लगता है। इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि मुझे हिंदी मूवीज भी अच्छा नहीं लगता। तो यहाँ पे जो 40 लोग हैं जिसको क्रिकेट अच्छा लगता है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि इनमें से एक भी ऐसा नहीं है जिसको टेनिस अच्छा लगता ही नहीं। ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि इन 40 में से सभी को टेनिस भी अच्छा लगता है, लेकिन क्रिकेट ज्यादा अच्छा लगता है, इसलिए दिया है क्रिकेट। ओके, सो नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स ऑफ दिस C. Now you see 10 like both cricket and tennis. So number of elements of this set T intersection C equals to 10. How many like tennis only? Now you see this is your C and this is your T. Now you see यहाँ पे इंटरसेक्शन में 10 लोग हैं, यहाँ पे क्या होता है C डिफरेंस C, यहाँ पे क्या होता है T डिफरेंस C, और यहाँ पे क्या होता है T इंटरसेक्शन C। मैंने पहले भी ये डिस्कस किया था आप लोगों के साथ। तो ये जो इंटरसेक्शन है वो 10 यहाँ पे रहेगा, राइट? यहाँ पे कौन रहता है जिसको टेनिस भी अच्छा लगता है, क्रिकेट भी अच्छा लगता है, लेकिन 40 लोग यहाँ पे होना चाहिए, पूरा सी में होना चाहिए जिसको क्रिकेट अच्छा लगता है, राइट? लेकिन 40 में से 10 को क्या होता है, क्रिकेट भी अच्छा लगता है, टेनिस भी अच्छा लगता है, तो बचा कितना 30, राइट? नाउ पूरा यूनियन में कितना लोग है, पूरा यूनियन में कितना लोग है 65। Okay, so you have to find how many like tennis only and not cricket, and how many like tennis. So you can easily find this one first. Number of elements of this set T. So by using this one, number of T union C equals to T plus C minus T intersection C, right? Now this is what T union C 65. T this is we have to find, and this is for T, and this is was 10. Now you see 65, then this is 30, so you can bring this side, minus 30 equals to T. So number of elements of this set T equals to 35. That means number यहाँ पे पूरा यहाँ पे कितना होना चाहिए 35, लेकिन 10 लोग ऐसा है जिसको क्रिकेट भी अच्छा लगता है, टेनिस भी अच्छा लगता है, तो बचा कितना 25, राइट? तो इसका आंसर क्या आ गया 35। तो इसका आंसर क्या आ गया, ये जो 25 लोग हैं इसको सिर्फ टेनिस से अच्छा लगता है, क्योंकि टी डिफरेंस का मतलब क्या है, सिर्फ टेनिस अच्छा लगता है लेकिन क्रिकेट बिल्कुल अच्छा नहीं लगता, राइट? लेकिन पूरा 35 आया है, नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स ऑफ दिस टी इक्वल्स 35, तो दिस पूरा में 35 है, राइट? इन 35 से 10 को क्या होता है, क्रिकेट भी अच्छा लगता है, टेनिस भी अच्छा लगता है, ये क्या हुआ, राइट? तो बचा कितना 10 में से 35 निकल दिया, तो रहा कितना 25। तो ये 25 लोग ऐसा है जिसको सिर्फ टेनिस अच्छा लगता है लेकिन क्रिकेट अच्छा ही नहीं। ओके, एंड द प्रॉब्लम नंबर 8 is similar to problem number 7. Try to solve your